Good evening, everybody. Welcome to your emergency meeting, where in tonight's show I am going to talk about Manchester United, why I believe INEOS are doing more than what the Glazers have done already. So, right, while you're watching live, make sure you're liking, sharing, and subscribing to this YouTube channel, as I do plenty of Manchester United content on here. Throughout the season, I do match previews to every game, match reaction to every game, player ratings to every game. I do a few live watch-ons as well, and also loads of Manchester United live streams. And please subscribe as well to my football channel. Link to my football channel is in the title to this video. On my football channel, what I do is I talk about loads of different football teams, and also I talk at different topics on football. I do 60 seconds YouTube shorts match reaction videos where literally I'm giving my thoughts and opinions on the game of football in 60 seconds. And also I do quite a few live watch-ons as well. And that channel is a non-Manchester United channel. So if that's your sort of thing, if you enjoy listening to me talk about other teams and that, then make sure you are hitting the subscribe button, because on my football channel we are very close to 200 subscribers. Today on my football channel I posted the YouTube shorts saying why Arsenal are in big trouble going into the 24-25 season because they haven't signed any players. Big up Mr. Joshy J in the chat. Big up to you, Negotiate Football. You're off to Switzerland tomorrow, are you? Bosh. That's it. Yep, I hope you have a good time, mate. I really do. But Manchester United, I mean, what INEOS are doing so far, I actually feel encouraged by this. I'm not going to lie. I mean, already I can see signs that things are going in the right direction in that. Hang on 2 seconds, I will be back on just sharing this over to Twitter because I'm yet to share it over to Twitter. So, yeah, 2 seconds, I will be straight back. There you go. Yep, just shared the stream over to Twitter now, so people can see I'm live on Twitter now. So absolutely fantastic. But what we were doing under the Glazers, right, was literally we were spending a big ton of money just on one player. Like the amount of money we were spending on one player with the Glazers was literally ridiculous, because with that amount of money we used to spend, you could get about 3 or 4 players with that sum of money. So to overspend is absolutely pathetic. Let's have it right here. Let's have it right. I mean, the Glazers have absolutely destroyed us this last decade or so. And INEOS came in, and Sir Jim Ratcliffe, he's brought in his own board members. Like, he brought in Dan Ashworth. Now, apparently, according to my subscriber, Lee Gunner, he's saying, actually, we paid less than what Newcastle wanted for Dan Ashworth. So apparently, we got him for a bargain, Dan Ashworth. And I'm buzzing about it because obviously Dan Ashworth is a man who I wanted in for a little while. And it just goes to show you got an elite board. Look at the changes what are happening already. Look at the difference INEOS are making. Absolutely unbelievable. Now, obviously, I'm not getting giddy about these new signings because obviously they could still turn out to be flops. But the fact that we are signing players is absolutely fantastic, and you have to give INEOS and Sir Jim Ratcliffe credit for this, because literally INEOS are trying to make us a great team again. INEOS want us to be like the Real Madrid, where Real Madrid are. That's INEOS's aim. They want Manchester United to be the Real Madrid of England. And if these players turn out to be successful and we sign a few more, say in a couple of years, then I reckon in the next 3 to 4 years, we would definitely be winning the Premier League title because that's Ineos' number one aim is to knock Manchester City off their perch. Now it's going to take a while to knock Manchester City off their perch. And like I said, though, I'm not getting giddy about these new signings because this last decade or so, when I've been excited by a player, I've just been left so disappointed, man. So I'm not getting giddy about it whatsoever. I'm hopeful we can get these players to play well, but you got to remain on the side of caution, haven't you? See, wearing the Manchester United 24-25 home shirt. Today I am wearing the fans version one, my genuine one, the Kobe Magney one. Big up to you, Negotiating Football. How you doing this evening, mate? Wow. What about myself and Michael.Chelsea FC last night? Oh my goodness me. 6 hours and 52 seconds. 6 hours, 52 minutes, and 39 seconds. Minerals landed. Bosh. I mean, I absolutely smashed my streaming record yesterday. You know, the most I've done is 4 hours and 4 minutes. And yesterday I did 6 hours, 52 minutes, and 39 seconds. Absolutely unbelievable work rate. Yeah, I'll check that out a bit later in the Game Saves Football. I seen you went live this afternoon, but unfortunately I wasn't able to join you because I was on public transport. You know, I was on the bus, so I was unable to join you this afternoon, unfortunately. But yeah, when I get a moment, I will check it out. But I hope you have a great time in Switzerland anyway, mate. You know, Switzerland is a nice country, so yeah, I hope you have fun there. With Manchester United, this last decade or so, it's like, oh my goodness me. I'm not going to lie, it's been so jarring watching my own football club. But, you know, the facts that INEOS are actually bringing players in, and what I like about it is they're not hesitating. Like with the Glazers, they used to take ages and ages and ages and ages to negotiate these deals. With INEOS, literally, they want to get these players in. So they negotiate with the club. They go, right, how much money do you want? What sort of money do you want for this player? And that, I'll still find time to go live there as well. Thanks, I'll be working at a golf course for 2 weeks in my first job. But good luck, mate. I hope that goes well for you. Being working at a golf course. That should be good fun, mate. Good luck with that. But yeah, it's good that you'll still find some time to stream because you got to land the minerals, mate. You got to carry on landing the minerals because if you don't carry on landing the minerals, you know, literally everyone will walk over you, won't they? This is the conversation myself and Michael.Chelsea FC were having last night in our show. We were saying we have to keep landing the minerals, otherwise they'll literally make us like then if we don't keep landing the minerals, basically the mutants will win in that. So we got to carry on landing the minerals. Oh, big up to you, Michael.Chelsea FC. Big up, Mr. Joshy J. Land it, mate. Thank you very much. Big up to you, mate. And wow, what a show we did last night, mate. I absolutely loved it. Well, we started last night and ended up finishing this morning. Gosh, 6 hours, 52 minutes, and 39 seconds. My record was absolutely smashed, honestly. How are you doing, Josh? Long time no speak. Sorry, not been. Oh, mate, been working in the London Underground. Oh, blimey. That's gotta be interesting. The London Underground, London Underground, London Underground. I mean, I would sing the version which I like singing, but I'm not going to because it's a bit rude, but it's funny anyway. Watch a stream that was talking about landing it. Oh, honestly, about Ferrari, about Manchester United, about Chelsea, about Enzo Fernandez. I had people making music video last night while your stream was on. It was limbs. Oh, brilliant. Wow, that's amazing. But obviously, this last decade or so, it's like, this is not Manchester United. But now INEOS are coming in and they are literally getting down to business. They're not hesitating. If they want a sign in through the door, they will get them in through the door. But the question is, will they be good enough? I mean, we signed Zelensky so far. Now we signed, obviously, Yuri Yamal, or yeah, but I can't quite recall how you pronounce his name in the moment. But Lenny Euro, that's it. Lenny Yuri, that's it. I got it right eventually. Lenny Yuri. The Go Say Football Clown Lake out. Big up. Yep, and big up to you as well. Like right out my house, there was a Lamborghini with rappers rapping for their video. Oh wow, that's wild, mate. I'm not gonna lie. That's absolutely wild to go saves football. But obviously Manchester United, this last decade we've been run by absolute clowns. But it just goes to show if you have an elite board who are willing to make changes and set the standards high, then you know that you are on the right path to recovery. But if these signings are a flop, get rid of them. It's as simple as that. But we got to wait and see what they do. Obviously, the problem is I have with Rasmus Hoyland, he hasn't always given the service, but I believe he still needs to be working harder himself. Liverpool got beat at Preston today. They had six first-team players. Army slot in the mud. Oh no, that's peak. Really? Liverpool lost to Preston. Nah, get out here, man. You're having me on. That's wild. I'm not gonna lie. United seems to be the only serious club in the window bar Villa. He sent 150 million. Obviously, Man City has signed a player as well, so they signed one. But at the moment, it's like we are the ones. They got beat 1-0. Oh, that's hilarious, Liam Newby. That's hilarious, mate. Enzo Fernandez is disgusting, racist towards the French, and Chelsea have a lot of French players and a club. Yeah, myself and Michael.Chelsea FC, we were talking about this in our show last night. I mean, he is an absolute disgrace, honestly. Chelsea should cash in on him because obviously Chelsea cannot have a player like that at their football club. It's just going to damage their reputation. And if a Manchester United player did that, literally, I'll be asking for them to pack their bags and walk off. It's as simple as that. I would not want players like that at my football club. No way in the world would I want players like that. Let's have it right here. Let's fucking have it right. Enzo might not be a racist himself, but he's saying a racist on, and he should be banned for it. But the people outright defending his words and the song are racist themselves. Facts, absolute facts. If a fan did that, they would get a lifetime ban. Facts, absolute facts. The Goat says so, but I couldn't agree with you more, mate. You're doing a live watch on tomorrow, Josh, the Rangers versus United game. Unfortunately, not, but I will do an emergency meeting on it. I'm watching the game, I'm watching it at my family's house, so I won't be able to do live watching on, but I'll definitely do an emergency meeting on it. But Yeah, I really hope tomorrow that obviously United players, especially the regulars, they get more playing time, some more playing minutes and that. Because I felt the other day they only got 45 minutes, where literally I would have gave them about, say what, 60 minutes or something. So the regular players definitely need more game time tomorrow. It's as simple as that. I will be doing the live tomorrow about 5 p.m. And so Argentina raises some storm dampers pace. Kante links West Ham, and the other stories will be mentioned tomorrow. Bosh! Yeah, you land it, Michael. Chelsea FC. You carry on landing it, mate. Like we were saying last night, we have to carry on landing the minerals, otherwise the mutants will win, and we cannot let that happen because you and I and you others, we're no brown envelopes, you know. The goat that saves football, he's not a brown envelope either. We just flat out say it how it is. My boy Josh, how are you? I'm very well, thank you, Ethan. How are you doing? It's been a little while since I seen you on here. Big up to you. I hope you're well. I hope your day's going good. Tonight I'm talking about Manchester United getting down to business in the transfer market. You know, that the Glazers have absolutely not done as well as what INEOS have done. You know, INEOS have done much more already than what the Glazers have done. The Glazers have owned this football club for about what, 18 years now? And obviously, you know, it's like they are an absolute disgrace, this football club, honestly. uh, the Glazers. It's like they've not been maintaining Old Trafford, they've not maintained Carrington training ground, and these Ineos now are getting to work like with the stadium, literally the tunnel getting refurbished and that. It's about time. Again, the Glazers should have done that ages ago, but it just goes to show the Glazers do not care. It's as simple as that. But Ineos are trying to make a difference. Yes, I know we've got a long way to go to get back on par with Man City, but if we carry on with this, then I am very optimistic about the future. I really am. How about you change your tune, Mr. Joshy J? You were very brutal on the team last season, and you were very negative towards the team, and rightly so as well, because finishing eighth place and a minus goal difference last season was nowhere near good enough, nowhere near sustainable. It's as simple as that. So, yeah, so what if I am brutal? You know, this is my channel and I can do whatever I please. It's as simple as that. Oh, yes, they've got some really good signings this season coming. Yeah, I reckon so. All's on West Ham next season. I mean, it's going to be interesting for them, isn't it? Because obviously David Moyes was there for a little while, so they're going to be in transition. I reckon they could still have a decent season, to be fair. Obviously, they got Jay Ward Prowse, they got Gerard Bowen, they got plenty of ballers there, so there's no reason why they can't do well with Manchester City are the only serious club, as always. Arsenal flopping in the transfer market as per usual. Where's Cauliflower then? Yeah, I know. Where is Cauliflower? I mean, Arsenal are literally in the shitter. I mean, they're not signing players. What is that dude doing? No wonder why Lee Gunner's fuming about it, because Arsenal not won anything for a long time. All he wants to see is Arsenal win trophies. Because, you know, Lee Gunner's 42 and Arsenal not won anything for about 5 years now. So it must be jarring for Lee Gunner being an Arsenal fan. But yet these mutants like say, but you're a Real Madrid fan, Lee Gunner. It's like, oh my goodness sake. Lee Gunner's still an Arsenal fan, despite him now a full Madrista as well. He will always support Arsenal because Arsenal was his very first football club. Like Manchester United, I will always support Manchester United because they are my very first football club and they mean the world to me. No matter how tough it gets, I will carry on landing the minerals and speaking the truth about my football club because I care about my football club. I've been supporting them for 25 years now, nearly. So, of course, I care about the football club. I care about how we're run. I want the football club to do well because I want the fans to be able to enjoy matches and that rather than fans feeling stressed all the time watching their football team. Because I tell you what, last season was absolutely exhausting watching Manchester United. Let's have it right here. And as you see on my Premier League shirt, no room for racism. No room for racism. Racism should be nowhere in this world. Not in football, not in F1, anywhere. It has no place whatsoever. And the fact that it's still going on in 2024 is absolutely disgraceful at the highest level. Honestly, it's all about winning for every supporter. Facts, the GOAT says football. Literally, that is the number one aim in elite sports is to win. As simple as that. Yeah, Lee Gunner needs to get his wooden spoon out, Michael Chelsea FC. I agree with you, mate. Absolutely, he does. So, yeah. But, the fact that INEOS are trying to make us an elite team again is absolutely fantastic. But obviously, like I said, though, I'm not getting too giddy about it because I've seen so many players flop at Manchester United this past 10 years or so. I mean, look at Alexis Sanchez. What a flop he was. Falcao, he was a flop. Di Maria, he was a flop, but he never really wanted to be in the football club anyway. He wanted to join PSG before, so he spent a year at United, and then obviously he buggered off to PSG. Literally got his dream move, but I'm glad we cashed in on him because I only want players in the football club who are willing to play for this badge. It's as simple as that. If you're not going to be playing for the badge, fuck off. It's as simple as that. Yeah, pretty simple, isn't it? Big up to every single one of you locks in this evening. Much appreciated. United sign Jurgen Holtz. Yeah, I've heard we've been linked with him as well. I mean, it's absolutely amazing. Yeah, cheers to Goat Say Football. Make sure you are subscribing to Michael Chelsea FC. I want him on 100 subscribers real quick because he's another one who lands some emeralds. He just hit 50, so let's get him up to that 100 real quick, please, people. So make sure that you are subscribing to his YouTube channel because he made his debut on the Mr. Joshy J YouTube channel last night. Absolutely incredible. What a live show. We landed the minerals. We were literally, we had a bit of banter, but we were being serious at the same time as well because it was a very serious stream. We both needed to land the minerals. Everyone, get Michael to 100. He's a real fan. Facts, he is. He's one of the real ones out there. The GOAT says football. He's a real one. He's a rising superstar as well. See, these fans who have the minerals, I absolutely love fans who have the minerals because they say it how it is, like what I do, because I'm no brown envelope. And you see on social media, everyone chatting PR bollocks. It's like, oh my goodness, jarring, absolutely jarring, not acceptable, not sustainable. But if you're not a brown envelope, it just goes to show that you are landing the minerals that literally you're not changing for anyone. Because I won't change for anyone. Because why do you think my channel got up to 1,000 subscribers? Because I land the minerals. I just say it how it is. Probably about 5 years ago, I was more laid back in that. But these last couple of years or so, I've been landing the minerals much more because I am sick and tired of how my football club has been run this last decade or so. I wanted action. And the fact that now we have a different board, and elite board and experience board, rather than having two businessmen running a football club who don't have literally a fucking clue how to run the football club. So I'm glad that Ed Woodward and Richard Arnold are no longer involved with this football club. They were parts of the problem. It's as simple as that. There's no two ways about it. They used to spend a lot of money just on one player. What is that all about, man? Seriously, literally spending it on one player, stupid amount of money, where literally you can bring in about three or four other players of that sum of money, like the amount of money the Glazers used to make. And that, oh, hang on, we got some breaking news from Michael.Chelsea RC. Chelsea are linked with ex-Man United in Brazil midfielder Andreas Pereira, a possible 35 million deal. Calls everyone. I'll also mention that in my stream tomorrow. Source Daily Mail. I mean, I quite liked him because he played the badge, but the thing is, I don't think he was quite Manchester United standards, in my opinion, but he put in a decent shift. So fair play to him, yeah. But to me, it was just not United's quality. So I get why we moved him on. He's still a decent player now. So I honestly believe if Chelsea went in for him, that's not a bad shout. But any other Chelsea fans in the live chat, let me know, you know, what you think. Because I always like to hear your thoughts and opinions. Even though Chelsea aren't my football club, I still like to give an opinion on other football clubs. Why do you think I started a football channel? So I can give my thoughts and opinions as a neutral in that. Like I did a YouTube Shorts video today saying that Arsenal are in big trouble going into the new season because Edu's not signed any players. It's like, what is Edu doing, man, in this transfer window? I don't understand it. And what are Liverpool doing as well? I know Liverpool are literally in transition, right? But they need to bring in signings, otherwise this coming season, they are in big trouble, Liverpool. They're already in transition, but if they don't bring in players, and forget it. Liverpool are absolutely in the mud next season. But you're only saying that because you're a Manchester United fan, Mr. Joshy J. It's called being a realistic fan at the end of the day. Because if Liverpool don't sign players, they're in big trouble. If Arsenal don't sign players, they're in big trouble. Big up to you, Brian CFC. Good evening to you, mate. How you doing this evening? Thank you for joining me this evening. But if you want to find me on any of my social media, you can see my links at the bottom of the screen. I am on Twitter, I am on Instagram, I'm on TikTok. Yeah, so links are in. Obviously, not the links, but the names to my social media are down the bottom of the screen. I'll try and be there. I'll be in Switzerland, so I'm not sure, but I'll watch it after. If not live at Michael.Chelsea FC. Yeah, I mean, just X and Facebook is there. Insta isn't. Oh, so you don't have Insta then? I do. So yeah, I got Twitter, Instagram, TikTok. But yeah, I always call it Twitter still. I mean, you can have your thoughts and opinions on it. You can call it what you like, but I still call it Twitter because I just hate the name X, and I've always known it to be called Twitter, so I stick with the original name. Yours isn't in stream. That's what I meant. Oh, okay. But yeah, you see at the bottom it says my Twitter at Mr. Joshy JJ, my Instagram at Mr. Joshy J, my TikTok at Mr. Joshy J. But I do put it in the description sometimes. My Twitter account is private, but I'll give you a follow later. Thank you. I appreciate that because obviously I found your Twitter account and I sent you a follow request, so you should have that in your notifications. But yeah, I mean, wow. Manchester United, after we had one of our worst seasons last season, to me, things are definitely going in the step in the right direction. If we can keep up this level, I can say in the next 3 to 4 years, we could be proper title contenders again. And I tell you what, I'd love Manchester United to win the Premier League title again. It's not going to happen instantly, though. I have to be realistic about it, but I reckon the next 3 to 4 years it could happen if we bring in the right players, have the right culture, the right structure. I honestly believe we could be title contenders in a few seasons. So I am excited by this, but like I keep saying, I'm not getting giddy about it because with Joshua Zielinski and and Lenny Yuri as well. I'm not getting giddy because what happens if they're flops? Then it's going to give Manchester United a bad name, isn't it? But the fact that we are bringing in a few younger generation players is good. But I just hope we're not going to repeat what Chelsea do and bring in too many younger generation players. Because if you bring in too many younger generation players, like I've made this point quite a few times before, you're going to get nowhere because teams will find you out. And it's a bit like if you had a squad of just experienced players, teams will find you out. To be successful, like I keep saying, you need that right balance structure in place to be successful in elite sport. And we're not far off from being perfect, but Manchester United still have a lot of work to do. But what pleases me that INEOS are willing to get these players in, bring them in through the door and that. Absolutely amazing. I am absolutely buzzing. I can't wait to see what these new signings do. And I believe we'll sign a couple more yet. Definitely, I think we need a new CDM. We should focus on a new CDM because obviously Scott McTominay, there's question marks about his future, whether he'll still be in a football club. But now, to me, he's not good enough to be starting matches, but he's a super sub. So, yeah, that's why I would definitely look into new CDM. And Casemiro, there's rumours that we're about to sell Casemiro as well. He was not great last season, Casemiro. And Wan-Bissaka was very poor as well last season. There's talk of him leaving as well. So it's like it'd be good to get rid of some players, but obviously you don't want to get rid of too many because if you get rid of too many, that will come back to bite you on the ass. I'm not going to lie, because to be successful and move forward, like I say, you need the right balance and you need the right culture and you need the right structure to be successful as a football club. We are slowly getting back to them levels again, but I advise Manchester United fans to be on the side of caution, okay? Because you've seen this last decade or so, we've just been left disappointed in that. So literally, we just got to see what happens. But am I optimistic that things are going in the right direction? Yes, but I am remaining very cautious at the same time. That's why, even if these new players have a good start to the season, I won't be getting giddy about it because who's to say that they'll be able to maintain it all season. You just don't know, do you? I mean, I hope and pray that these new signings are good because us Manchester United fans need a bit of a lift because last season was just so jarring watching us. Honestly, half the time last season, I did not enjoy watching us one bit, not one bit. It's just so exhausting. It was jarring, man. It's like, oh my goodness me, I could not wait for the season to end our Premier League season. But you won an FA Cup last season, Mr. Joshy J. So you should be happy, Mr. Joshy J. Yes, I am happy we won the FA Cup. But obviously, I'm not happy we finished eighth place and a minus goal difference. Because the last time we had a minus goal difference, we were in the old first division, and that, which is nowhere near sustainable for Manchester United to have a minus one goal difference. So fans like to brush it under the carpet that they're getting giddy about this manager staying and that, but I'm calling it now. He is going to get sacked in November or December. But honestly, then my number one worry as a Manchester United fan is that waistcoat fraud or waistcoat failure will be favourite to take over as the new Manchester United manager, which I don't want that. So I hope, for the bald fraud's sake, that he is successful. But why are you calling him the bald fraud, Mr. Joshy J? Because I can. Because at times I don't like his attitude. At times he talks a load of PR bollocks in his press conferences. And literally, he makes so many excuses about injuries. How many times last season did he make an excuse about injuries? You didn't hear other managers make an excuse about injuries. But Manchester United had the most injuries, Mr. Joshy J. And what? And what? Yeah? Literally, we're Manchester United Football Club. And the way we performed last season was an absolute disgrace. Let's hang it right here. Let's get the narrative right. Game you follow, mate. Cheers, the Goat Says Football. Can't find you on Instagram, though. Oh, don't worry. I'll private message you. I'll private message you my link. Yeah, I'll send you that over later. But, oh my goodness me. Thanks. Time to land it more. Memorable tomorrow, mate. Yes, Michael. Chelsea FC. It is time to land it tomorrow, mate. But oh my goodness me. It's like, oh, just listen to fans chat. PR bollocks. At times, modern football these days is absolutely in the bin. It is absolutely tapped. I even did a YouTube Shorts video about it on my football channel, saying it's nowhere near the same as it used to in the 90s and the early 2000s. That to me was when football was really in its prime in the 90s and the early 2000s and that. But since then, it's just become all fans chatting PR bollocks on social media, players having too much social media and that. It's like, oh my goodness sake, if I was in charge of the football club, I would say to Manchester United players, right, you're banned from having social media because I want you to perform at this football club. At the moment, I reckon Marcus Rashford is not performing at this football club because he's too focused on his community work. Now, I don't have a problem with players doing stuff in the community. Oh, no, Diddy, Pauls, but you know, if it's going to affect you out on the pitch, literally you need to have a word with yourself thinking, what am I committed more? Playing to this football club or helping out the community and that. Like I just said though, I don't have a problem with players helping out the community. But if you're going to be poor in that and it's going to affect your playing career, then it's like you and I have a massive issue because I only want players at my football club who land the memorals. I grew up watching Manchester United win trophy after trophy after trophy. It's like when we don't win a trophy, it hurts every time because we're Manchester United Football Club. Like, until we won the Carabao Cup last season, we had to wait 5 years until we won another trophy again. I mean, for Manchester United Football Club, that is nowhere near sustainable, man. Absolutely nowhere near good enough. But any Manchester United fans watching in the live chat, what do you think of INEOS so far? Are you encouraged at what they are doing? Do you think they've done more than what the Glazers have already? Because I got to say, I reckon they've done more already than what the Glazers are doing. The Glazers have absolutely lowered the standards at this football club. But at least Sir Jim Ratcliffe and the INEOS boards are trying to get the standards back up to here. Like, literally, my standards. Because my standards are high up to here, not down here on the floor. Because I've been supporting Manchester United for 25 years now, nearly. So that's why I'm landing the minerals on Manchester United. At the end of the day, I am just a football fan who wants what's best for my football club. When it comes to football, that we all have different opinions. Like, a lot of fans are happy this manager is staying, but to me, I still would have made the change because we finished eighth place in the minus goal difference and that. But yet you have these fans make up the excuses saying, "Oh, he's been our best manager since Sir Alex Ferguson and that." I mean, get out here, man. Seriously, get out of here. How many more times, though, is he going to carry on making excuses? I mean, oh my goodness sake. It's just so jarring listening to this manager when he keeps making excuses after excuses after excuses. But, why are you always so brutal towards your own football club, Mr. Joshy J? It's called being a realistic fan. It's because I do not accept mediocrity in any shape or form whatsoever. Why should I have to accept mediocrity? Because I don't. There's absolutely no chance I accept mediocrity in any shape or form because my standards are up to here instead of being down here on the floor. It's as simple as that. Big up to anybody who's locked in this evening. Much appreciated. While you're watching live, make sure you're liking, sharing, and subscribing to this YouTube channel. As I do plenty of Manchester United videos. I do F1 videos and I review football shirts as well. And please subscribe as well to my main channel. The link to my main channel is in the video title. Just click on that, and that will take you straight over to my main channel, football channel, sorry, as I am streaming on my main channel tonight. The link to my football channel is in the video title. Just click on it, and it will take you straight over to my football channel. That channel is very close to hitting 200 subscribers. So, you like your football content, why not consider subscribing to it? And if you are a Manchester United fan, make sure you are subscribing to this channel as I do plenty of Manchester United content. But going into the new season, I think it's crucial that Manchester United have a strong start to the season because if they don't have a strong start to the season, then it's soon going to all go south for this manager, isn't it? Let's have it right here. And like I said, I reckon he will be sacked in November or December time. I'm calling it now. And the fans who've been defending this manager for so long, I'll be so here for it. Just listening to so many like moaning, complaining, crying, and that the ball's rolled has been sacked. But I'll be laughing my ass off because I'm really not a fan of this manager. I'm really not. But you're not a true fan, Mr. Joshy J. If you want a manager around, he's one you 2 trophies in 2 seasons, Mr. Joshy J. It's like, oh, get in the bin, yeah? Seriously, get in the bin. It's like, oh my goodness me. The excuses, man, honestly. Oh, dear me. Going into this weekend, obviously the Rangers game tomorrow, like I was saying earlier on in the show, I believe, you know, literally that the first thing the ones who fable, like from the regular players, and that should definitely get more play minutes. Because to me, the other day, they didn't quite get long enough. Yes, I know they're a bit lethargic and that, because literally Rosenberg can started their season early. They started their season already. They're about 14 or 15 games into their new season. So just goes to show why they're more fitter than that. But you expected much more from Manchester United. So we definitely got to try and beat Rangers tomorrow. There won't be a live watch on, but I'll definitely do an emergency meeting about it. And I'll do YouTube shorts match reaction as well, talking about what I think of the game for 60 seconds and that. So yeah, absolutely amazing. We are here to land some minerals because at the end of the day, I'm a passionate Manchester United fan who cares about my football club. Growing up, I felt absolutely spoiled as winning so many trophies and that, winning Premier League titles after Premier League titles. And obviously, we won a couple of FA Cups as well. We won the Champions League in 2008 when we beat Chelsea on penalties, where John Terry missed that penalty and Edwin van der Sar was the hero on the shootout. So there's quite a few trophies. I've watched Manchester United winning that while supporting them, but obviously we've not won the league since the 2012-2013 season, and we've also not won the Champions League for a little while. And obviously, we're not in the Champions League next season, are we? Because we'll be in Europa League because we finished outside the Champions League position. And obviously, in the Champions League next season, they got a new format. So it's going this coming season. It's going to be interesting, isn't it, to see in this new Champions League format is going to impact anything because it's going to be all changed. Because now it's mainly like a table instead of having a group now. Because all these years I've been used to the UEFA Champions League having a group stage and that. It's going to be weird about it, but I think the Conference League and the Europa League is staying the same, but it's just the Champions League, what's changing, like the format and that. So yeah, we're just going to have to wait and see what happens. But let's see if it makes things more interesting or it makes things worse. But VAR, what's everyone's thoughts on VAR? Do you think it's been a massive upgrade and a big improvement? To me, I don't think it has somehow. If anything, at times, I think it's made things a lot worse, and the referees are taking too long to make a decision when they look at the monitors and that. So, literally, something has got to be done, about VAR. We need better officials on it. It's as simple as that. If we don't get better officials on VAR, they will carry on being controversial moments, honestly. And it's like, cannot allow that to happen, surely. Big up to every single one of you who is locked in this evening. Much appreciated. If you are into your Manchester United content, F1 content, and football shirt reviews, make sure you're subscribing to this YouTube channel. And please subscribe as well to my football channel. The link to my football channel is in the title to this video. Just click on it and it will take you straight over to my football channel. So, yeah, I'm buzzing about this coming season. I really am. But at the same time, just remaining very, very, very cautious about it. But you got to be more optimistic, Mr. Joshy J. Okay, mate, cool, cool. I'll be more optimistic, right? We actually win a trophy again and we finish in the top four. That's when I'll start getting the team credit in that. But until we do that, then yeah, it's just remaining on the side of caution. Really is. Obviously, Manchester United um, had loads of managers, like going through loads of managers, and they changed the boards quite a few times. But what I like about this board is they are an elite level board, because the problem is when Richard Arnold and Ed Woodward were dealing with transfers, all they were good at was being good businessmen. They didn't have a clue how to run Manchester United Football Club, which is why, unfortunately, the standards has been lowered this last decade or so, which I'm sorry to say. And the standards at times at this football club have been absolutely on the floor. Let's have it right here, yeah? It's just, oh my goodness, jarring, absolutely jarring and exhausting. Obviously, Manchester United against Rangers. What's my score prediction for that one? I reckon we could win 1-0, 2-0. And like I said, though, the regular players definitely need some more play minutes, to try and get their fitness levels up and their energy levels up. Because no doubt about it, against Rosenborg at times, we looked very, very lethargic. The first team definitely were low on energy, but the kids and that, their passing was better, and they were so unlucky to lose that in the last minute. They really were. The only one playing in that second half I knew was obviously Brandon Williams. Brandon Williams, who's been out on loan recently. I want to talk about Marcus Rashford's next one. Marcus Rashford. Obviously, he's been given a driving ban in that, and rightly so, breaking the speed limit and that. I got no sympathy for him. Just goes to show why his career is in the gutter. So I got no sympathy for Marcus Rashford losing his license for 12 months. I really haven't. Surely one of his teammates can drop him in to training every morning, or he can get an Uber taxi or something like that. But he will not be allowed to drive now for what, 12 months, I believe it is. So oh my goodness sake, it's crazy, absolutely crazy. But being a Manchester United fan is never easy. Being a Ferrari fan in F1 is never easy, because in F1 our standards are dropped. Instead, in F1, where as a passion fan, my standards are up to here for Ferrari. Let's have it right here. Absolutely have it right. Big up to every single one of you who is locked in this evening. We are landing the minerals on Manchester United, making these new signings. Why I believe their future is bright, etc. So while you're watching live, make sure you are liking, sharing, and subscribing to this YouTube channel. So I do plenty Manchester United content. I do F1 content, and I review football shirts as well. And please subscribe as well to my football channel. The link to my football channel is in the video title. Just click on that and you can see my content on my football channel. Obviously, you know, it's like the transfer market during the Euros and that was quite quiet, but things are now picking up pace. But it baffles me to why Arsenal not spent any money. I mean, seriously, what on earth is Edu doing? It's like, what are we doing here, man? Seriously. Edu is meant to be a top director at Arsenal or chairman at Arsenal, but he's literally messing things up this season. But you're a Manchester United fan, Mr. Joshy J. You're not allowed an opinion on Arsenal. I think you find I can, because literally it's a free country, and in my personal opinion, if Arsenal do not sign players, they are in big trouble this coming season. Let's have the narrative right here, yeah? Let's absolutely get that one right here. But oh wow, unbelievable. Unbelievable. But yeah, in terms of Manchester United, let's wait and see what happens now. But surely fans have got to be feeling a bit more optimistic because I am. But that's a change of tune from last season, Mr. Joshy J. You're so brutal on your own football club. And I should think so too, because last season was an absolute disgrace. And I'm not forgetting about it. I'll never forget about it, because as a Manchester United fan, that will forever hurt me as finishing eighth place and a minus goal difference. But just leave in the past, Mr. Joshy J. You won a trophy last season, and you won a trophy the season before. No, because I believe it should be a learning curve. Future Manchester United players like Camprini Kazi, any new ones coming in, and that we cannot afford to finish eighth place again. But eighth place with a trophy would be a successful season, Mr. Joshy J. Yes, winning trophy wise, but you know, but anything else, oh my goodness, it'd be so jarring to wait. I'm not gonna lie. But yeah, I have both of these shirts, I have the fans version and the players version. Today I'm wearing the fans version. I literally got to keep on landing the minerals. It's the symbols that otherwise, as myself and Michael Chelsea FC, we will just let the mutants win. It's as simple as that, and we cannot afford to let the mutants win. We just have to keep on going. What do you think, myself and Michael Chelsea FC? We did a 6 hours, 52 minutes, and 39 seconds stream last night. That was just pure minerals landed. Gosh. Well, we started last night, but then we finished like this morning. It's crazy, absolutely crazy. But we're both having a good time, being on stream together. And I hope it boosts his channel. I really do, because Michael Chelsea FC deserves a lot more subscribers. He's a real one. Make sure you are subscribing to Michael Chelsea FC, by the way, as someone has put it in the live chat already. The GOAT saves football. Manchester United. Yeah, let's wait and see what happens in the pre-season friendly tomorrow. I'm looking forward to it against Rangers. Should be a good game. It's in Glasgow as well, and then obviously we fly out to America. And guess who we play when we arrive in America? Arsenal. Oh yeah, the team who spent no money. Oh, but other teams are hardly spent money, Mr. Joshy J. Get out here, man. Loads of teams have spent money, so it's like stop making excuses for your football club, Arsenal fans, and start saying it how it is. About time you landed some true minerals like what I do at Manchester United and what Michael John Chelsea FC does with Chelsea. He lands the minerals, and I carry on landing the minerals to Manchester United, and I couldn't be any more prouder of myself. If you like it, great. If not, then I'm not bothered one bit. I'm really not, because at the end of the day, I am just a person who is creating my YouTube content. I'm not out here to impress anybody. I'm just me being myself. If you enjoy the content, great. If not, then no worries. It is what it is. But, you know, YouTube, I love streaming on YouTube, interacting with the live chat. And I always read out my live chat as well. And Michael Chelsea FC does. So that's why I want to work with him more often, man. Because we both absolutely landed some minerals together and absolutely delighted about it. Couldn't be any more prouder. I really couldn't. Let's have a look. Who's lying? Who I like? Let's see who's lying, shall we? Let's see if I can redirect to anybody. Hang on 2 seconds, guys. There we go. We are now going to redirect to Johnny Minerals. I set the redirects up, so make sure when you head over to Johnny Minerals' channel, you type in Mr. Joshy J Raid Bosh. Thank you all so much for watching. Enjoy the rest of your evening. Good night.